Hey, thanks everybody for joining us today, Live Music Nation podcast. I'm your host, Jake Gill. Today with Rick Culver. He's from Rodeo of the Ozarks. Been looking forward to this interview all week. Rick, thanks for joining us.
You're more than welcome. Glad to be here.
Rick, give us a little background on you. Where did you grow up, and talk about your career, and then let's work our way up to your current position with Rodeo of the Ozarks.
Okay. Well, for most of my life, I've lived right here in Springdale, Arkansas. So I grew up with the rodeo. I worked younger just as a volunteer through the 80s and 90s. And in 2000, I became a board member. And then in 2014, a paid executive position came open, and I had sold my business. So I took this on as a ladder project in life. And, I kind of joke that I do now what I used to get paid for what I used to do for free. So it is for me, it is perfect. We have expanded. We put on demolition derbies, rodeos, carnivals, youth events. Music. We have concerts from 1 or 2 a year, and PBR. We're trying to expand it to where we're a full entertainment venue.
There you go. So, give us the dates for Rodeo of the Ozarks.
Rodeo of the Ozarks this year is June 21st to the 24th.
Okay.
Which is a Wednesday through a Saturday.
Okay. And pretty much, if we walked on campus of that, we're pretty much going to experience the feeling of a fair, correct?
No carnival rides. We don't have. Yep. It's a festival, more of a festival type atmosphere. It's what I would say.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I always ask this question because it describes it great for our listeners. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? And what does it sound like?
It smells like country.
Okay.
It sounds like there's a mix of a little bit of everything, from music at the beginning to bull riding and people yelling and having a great time, to young ladies riding a quadrille in a performed a performance.
Yes, sir.
And then you got kids that are yelling and screaming and having a great time, and I think it's just a fun time. Really.
I got you. Rick, how important is this event and other events that you guys produce in your community? How important is that to the community?
I feel like it's large. We 40 years ago, we have been at this now. This year is the 78th year. So we were the only game in town. And of course, that has changed. So now we're fighting for it just like everyone else. But in Springdale, rodeo is still a very big part of the roots of this community. We have a lot of people get behind us and support us. But things have changed. There's not as many horses out in the pastures around for our grand entry, our parades. And 10 miles north, you've got Crystal Bridges, which is a high, very nice museum, high dollar, things that we didn't have 20 years ago. So the community is just it's starting to be a very well-rounded community with, there's something for everybody in this community.
That's perfect. Rick, what is the importance for you? Give me a couple of examples where, obviously what you do requires a lot of work, time, and effort, and it has to be worth it to you somehow. Give us a couple of examples and moments that you've experienced that has really made it worth your time.
A couple of years ago, we gave a house away to a veteran. But that was a very memorable night that has stuck with me, of course. We had a lot of help. We had Kick Brooks come to town, help us with that. But those kind of things where we give back to the community And I mean, this is just what I think I'm supposed to be doing with my life, is helping the community. I used to be on city council, so I've been very involved with the city and kind of, I know a lot of what goes on around town, and I'm very proud of our city. I mean, we've come a long ways, and we still got a long ways to go, though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Rick. So I always do this interview with two of my favorite questions I ask him in any and every interview. The first one being this: because I am in live entertainment, I'm a live music guy. I always have to know, what is the best concert you've ever seen your entire life, Rick?
Oh, I guess one of the ones would be ZZ Top in Dallas back in the 80s.
Okay.
Was a great concert, and probably Alabama.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay, second question. You could bring any act, dead or alive, to Rodeo the Ozarks for your community. Who you bring in?
Man, Merle.
There you go, man. That would be fantastic. That'd be fantastic. Rick, how do people find out more about Rodeo the Ozarks and all of the other activities that you have going on throughout the year so they can make plans to be there?
They can come to the website, which is rodeooftheozarks.org, and everything is listed there, all the information, schedules. If they don't find what they're looking for, there's a phone number there. If they'll call and ask for me, I will get and find them whatever they're looking for.
Bro, what a guy, Rick. Thank you for being on with us today, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Have a good day.